I am so glad you are here. I'm Liz from Magus Books and Herbs, and it is Magical Tuesday in my world. So let's talk about a spell from inspired by The Witch's Home. This is by Patty Whittington, and the subtitle is Practical Magic for Every Room. And I flipped through it, I found a spell that first made me giggle. And then when I thought about some of the add-ons she had, made more and more sense to me. Here's why it made me giggle. This is Mirror Beauty Magic, is what she's called it. And it is at its most basic, it is standing in front of a mirror and saying nice things about yourself to yourself, which smacks a little bit of the Smalley character of Al Franken's on SNL. So if you were ever a fan of Saturday Night Live and have seen those old episodes, it is a little bit I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and doggone it, people like me. But here's where I think it takes a little twist, and I think it gets better. She adds on layers that you can add to reinforce the magic you're doing. The one that I loved the best was one in which you purify that mirror. And the first thing that came to my mind was so that I can see more clearly without the negative things that I might think about myself, without exaggerating the positive things that I might think about myself, to be honest and kind, which I thought was wonderful. So I might choose to purify this mirror, not with sage or Palo Santo, but with lavender, something that is traditionally cleansing. The name lavender is derived from an ancient word for soap. It's always been associated with cleanliness, and it is one of the herbs that is grouped along with things like myrrh and sage as helping us to not breathe the evil entities in the air around us, which was a very old-fashioned way of saying you're not as likely to pick up colds, coughs, flus, things that can float in the air because your neighbor coughed. This helps the air be less hospitable to those creatures, and there's modern research to back that up. So I might choose to cleanse this mirror of mine with lavender. If it's my bathroom mirror, then I'm just going to burn some lavender incense in there or put some lavender on some charcoal and let it burn. Either one is fine. I might go aromatherapy style and just have an aromatherapy burner in that room that has lavender for myself. People often find that calming, a way of inducing more peace, and what could be better in a bathroom. Other layers that she recommends that you add on beyond saying nice things to yourself and purifying the tool that you're working with, the mirror, is to create a sigil to reinforce your magic. And I love this kind of thing. A sigil can be a very simple symbol that you repeat whenever you need it to reinforce the magic you're doing. So forming this mirror magic for my own, self-worth, my sigil really might be a smiley face that I draw into the steam on my bathroom mirror every time I get out of the shower. And you know what? I can draw a smiley face anywhere I want if I feel like I need it later. So if I'm not in front of my mirror, but someone's being mean or nasty to me, and I need the wherewithal to still feel worthwhile and valuable, nobody has to notice that I've just drawn a smiley face on my own skin to reinforce my own self-worth. Any symbol will work, anything you think is appropriate. It could be a star of some kind because you're a star. It could be a rainbow. It could be anything you want it to be. If you're able to leave it permanently up on your mirror, then I would do it with like a wax pencil or a wax crayon. There have been a lot of those that have come out in the last 10 years or so to help kids draw on the windows at home. So I would recommend those. Unfortunately, the older ones were better. The newer ones are a little pastel and a little soft, but they will work. So totally recommend them. But the whole point of the spell is when you're in the bathroom and you stare at yourself in the mirror, that you know in the very core of your being how amazing you truly are. Because you are. I can't help that. It's just true. And it helps you to be the best you can be. And that's really the goal of most magic anyway, isn't it? To have a better life, to be happy in that life. So I recommend it. even if Stuart Smalley might have been the author's inspiration for it. Well, on behalf of myself, Liz, and the rest of the crew here at Megas Books and Herbs, I want to thank you for being your magical self and making the world a better place every day, just by being you. Here, we hope to meet you here at 2520 Central Avenue Northeast in Minneapolis, or online at our website, megasbooks.com. Either way, have a wonderful day. And of course, thank you for the little magical things you can do right here and right now that help us. The shares, the likes, the subscribes, the comments. I look forward to seeing all of them. And you'll find in our comments, you will find a link that will take you to the book that I talked about today, The Witch's Home by Patty Wigington. Have fun, and we will see you next time.